Hello you lovely lot. I know that that couple of days turned into a couple of weeks, but I'm sure you all understand. Right, so firstly we're going to go and take a little bit of a tour. I'll show you what I've done so far. I'm probably at about a fifth of where I was aiming for, but yeah, I've got shot to pieces. So, but I've still done okay, I think, under the circumstances. Before I move on, I know most of you have got these already, but if you've got a circular dehydrator, invest in some of these. They're just silicon trays, silicon like sheets that you put into your dehydrator, and it's a game changer. You know, no more having to scrape and scrape and scrape on your trays trying to get the bananas off. And peppers are a swine. Right, so let's do the tour. So I've got just a couple of strawberry plants in there, and they just keep on giving and giving and giving. I'm dehydrating some at the moment with some bananas. I've got those long sweet peppers, you know, the long, you know, slim ones, red ones. Really nice, quite expensive in the shops. These are from the seeds of them. I've grown them before from shop bought seeds. I've got a little bit carried away with the tomatoes this year. I think a little bit is probably an understatement. So I've got various tomatoes, cherry tomatoes, plum tomatoes, peppers, loads of flowers growing on that. More tomatoes, loads and loads of tomatoes growing all the way up. Jalapeno chilies, just there, doing all right. More peppers. Lovely jubbly. More tomatoes. More jalapeno peppers. I think that's another sweet chili. I've never had any luck with asparagus, so I'm never doing asparagus again, and I'm never doing cucumbers again because they're a waste of time, for me anyway. Just an abundance of tomatoes, just so many tomatoes. Really good size, really good healthy sweet pepper plant there as well. Another strawberry plant just there, still taking off. It's kind of a late giver. These are two blueberry plants, and this has never ever given so much. I mean, it's just absolutely rammed with blueberries. So there's two blueberry plants. These are dwarf green beans, and they take up very little space, but the amount of beans that you actually get is phenomenal for the size of the plant. More sweet peppers on the go. These are from seed saved runner beans, just 3 plants, and it's unbelievably healthy. It's already giving. Moving on. Owen, a hanging basket with drooping vine cherry tomatoes. Made sure I got stocked up. Sage and various other herbs and stuff. I bought 6 of these bags, these little grow bags, and what I did was I pegged them all together so that all the bags stayed open, so that the potato plants were able to get enough sunlight to grow, and boy did they grow. So this is six bags. There's a lot of potatoes in there, as I'm sure you can imagine. I grow broccoli. I bought loads and loads of extra netting for that to keep the cabbage whites off, because they'll just devour the whole plant. And I bought another 6 potato bags. So I'm going to do potatoes next year. I'm going to do it in 2 lots. So plant the first lot, the first 6 early, and then a little bit further on in the year plant another 6. So I've got some going into autumn, early winter. These are my broccoli plants. And the great thing about broccoli plants is that when you get these massive leaves that start to grow out to the side, this is probably a better example, you can just chop them off and eat them like cabbage, and then more will grow, and just keep doing that. So you've got fresh greens on a regular basis. I've just bought 3 more giant pots to grow more broccoli. There's 3 plants in each one. I built this pond for Sally's 50th, so that it was something that she could appreciate forever. It looks a little bit cloudy because I've had to put something called cloverleaf in there, which kills blanket weed, because it's just a nightmare. This is the stuff here, drives you nuts. But then you take this blanket weed that you've managed to get together and put it in on top of. Plants love it. It's full of nutrition. Got no idea what these are. Sally bought them. I think they're some sort of herb, some sort of edible thing, but I've got no idea. All my carrots now, I seed saved, so these flowers will eventually turn into seeds, so I'll have carrots that are grown from last year. It's so important that you save your seeds, because they'll grow back way better the following year, because they take on the memory of the parent plant. So this is my little micro garden. It's just carrots and beetroot. That's pretty much all I've got in there. But I'm gonna get some more of these pots because they're just perfect. They just slot into, you know, spaces. This is my sage plant growing out the top of the Buddha. I've had the whole hedge removed today, which has just given me loads and loads of extra space and loads of extra light. It gutted me because it's you know, it's potential nesting sites for birds, and yeah, I like that. But needs must, you know, I can grow a lot more food now, and it's not like the short of places to, you know, there's loads of evergreen plants in this garden, plenty of places for them to roost, plenty of places for them to nest. Made sure I've stocked up on manure as well. The good old wardrobe never lets me down, so I filled those with potatoes as well. But next year I'm going to plant potatoes at the back, and then at the front on this section, on this half, parsnips, turnips and swedes. Little mini pear tree planted last year. I got 3 pears off it this year, last year, and this year there's 2. So a little bit disappointing, but never mind, because the plum tree has more than made up for it. I mean, it's only a small tree, but I mean, I've got God knows how many plums on there. The cherry tree's been a bit of a letdown because I'm competing with the birds. So bear that in mind when you're thinking about buying dwarf trees to grow in your garden. Cherries, just, yeah, nice tree, but I've had about 3 cherries off it and I can't find any more. Raspberries, I picked loads of them, and they're perfect for dehydrating. They're all the shape, they look like they've just been freeze dried, which is brilliant. I've got blackberries growing in there now as well, because I had to hack away at the blackberry bush that was there, but I'll still get fruit off that. And then there's the apple tree that's next door, but there's just so much overhanging, all within reach. And I'll just boil them up with a tiny bit of water, soften them up, mash them up, make it into a paste, and then dehydrate that. Loads and loads of apple sauce, dehydrated. Composter. It's never been used. I've never taken anything out of there, so I should be able to reuse the soil from this year and then just top it up with the super concentrated nutritional compost that's going to be in the bottom of there. Another water butt down here, just in case. Yeah, that's about it. So I just wanted to just chuck out a preppy type video, just to kind of lift us up a little bit from the miserable one that I did last. Lawnmower that doesn't require any electricity as well, so there's a potential service can be provided there for the normies, you know, when the power goes out, if the power goes out, who knows. So that's all, folks. I'm going to love you and leave you. Much love. Ciao for now.